folks, we are ready to roll, I do believe. Turn the music down. I always forget to do that. I wish there was a way to like auto switch that stuff. I don't know how to do it. Alright, so we are going to unbox this, the Kingroon KP5L 3D printer that they sent me. They sent it weeks ago. I should have unboxed this quite a while ago. Jay Keats, glad to see me back. Thank you. I have been away from streaming for way too long. I just want to double check. Yeah, there's a live chat. Okay, just checking. Make sure I got the chat pulled up behind me, the camera there. Warp pipe printed successfully. Now nothing's laying down. You are having no frickin' luck. YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth, but it seems to be playing back smooth to me. The bitrate on my computer is just fine. Let me know if you folks see any stutters. I'm not seeing any stutter on the camera that I'm seeing on. So, alright, let's get to this. We've got a couple angles set up here. High. And top-down view. And face. Folks on TikTok, if you want to see a better view of what's going on, head over to YouTube, youtube.com/mandicreally to see more. But without further ado, we're going to unbox this thing. I've got the 200% Dragon hanging out here. Just printed this on the Anycubic Cobra Max, maxed out the build volume on that machine. This thing measures 54 inches long. This thing measures 54 inches long. Why didn't I go to Murph? That's a good question. Why didn't I go to Murph? Because my partner and I are still taking COVID pretty seriously, as she is a tattoo artist working directly with people. She's not a fan of the concept of getting sick. She'd be out of work for an extended period of time. So, not messing with it. So, maybe next year. We're going to Earth, which is very close to us. So, alright, let's get the Dragon out of the way. And get this 3D printer unboxed, set up, and rolling. So, I'm just double checking. YouTube keeps saying that there's not enough frames or whatever, but everything on my end looks perfectly fine. So, let's get to this thing. I've never had a problem with an Ender 3 off-bed printing. You have a printer profile issue or a firmware issue where it thinks that the home offsets or whatever are bigger than they actually are. Whoop. The background, the credits was jittering. I kind of saw that myself. I need a new computer in the studio. I really need to justify a new computer in here. But I can't, you know, when I have a really good computer in my office, it's hard to justify. Alright, we got the glass bed, first and foremost. I wish this wasn't glass, but it's glass. So, let's see if I can get that kind of folded down there. Let me adjust the ISO on this camera real quick. Alright. Get you folks a slightly brighter view of what's going on here. Alright. Oh, it's literally just the glass strapped to a huge chunk of foam. That's weird. That's weird. Manual, I'm sure we'll need that, but at the second, let's toss it aside. Oh, our very important little tiny spool of nothing filament there. Let me move this thing forward a little bit. Hello, 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 TikTok. Alright, let's pull this chunk of foam out of here. Alright. right, now we're actually getting down to the meat of this thing. How does... Oh, wow. It looks like this comes out as a unit. Can't quite tell how. Oh. Okay. This is interesting. Let's get this out of the way. There's a random box of extra parts and pieces. All right, I can get the big box out of the way. All right. Back in comes this thing. Ay, ay, ay. Interesting. I'm not entirely certain what's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. They screwed the Z-axis to the Y-axis for travel. I wonder if a manufacturer will ever mount a camera on their machine to have a feedback loop for settings. Yes. I have one on order. Well, I backed one on Kickstarter. You know, that's not necessarily the same thing as ordering one. The Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon has LiDAR, laser measuring system for measuring flow rate of filament. Also has a camera system for measuring, for measuring and checking for like spaghetti detective type stuff. So it's kind of already becoming a thing. It's neat. The LiDAR system, when that printer runs, if you're using it, it'll print lines of filament and it'll measure the flow rate of those lines by the width of them and whatever to determine if it's got the proper flow rate settings and adjust that. You know, it's not going to be like a one side, like cover all of your settings kind of thing, but it's going to give you some updated settings for your prints. Okay, I'm going to look at the instructions real quick. Crazy, I know. But let's see what they want me to do for assembly here. I just want to double check. The build volume on this is the... has LiDAR. I don't think the new Focus has LiDAR. It's got a camera on it, but I don't know. They didn't want to send it to me, so... Okay. They're really not showing it, but they have this screwed down, so I've just got to unscrew the Z-axis off of here. Those instructions are pretty useless. Oh, thanks for the advice on dragon settings. Awesome. Whew. Let's get this. Yeah. Whoop. So there are 4 screws here in the base that are holding the Z-axis to the base for transport. That's cool. I like what they did there. Huge fan. Thank you very much. So anyway, yeah, that Bamboo Tech printer looks to be like it's going to be an upsetting product in the market. Really upset the way things are done. We will see how true that is and if it holds up. But Mega X for your 4th printer. Cool. Hope you enjoy it. While I got this flipped over like this, we might as well pop this apart and double check what power supply and mainboard and everything is inside of here. So let's take a look. I'm going to move the Z-axis out of the way real quick. All right, let's get this popped open. And nope, that's too small. There we go. The last 2 episodes for now, Nick. There's more episodes coming out July 1st, I believe. we got to pop this thing apart and take a look. I'm sure this is running a Robin Nano mainboard, probably the same as the, or very, very similar to how the KP3S is. Yeah, the second half comes out on the 1st. Yep, and that answered that question. All right, and sure enough, they've got a Kingroon branded KP3 V1.3. So it's the same board. Where did I get this screwdriver? It's linked on my Amazon affiliate store. I'll throw the link in the chat real quick. It is, let me grab it here. I'll throw the link in chat. I love that little screwdriver. It's not that powerful, but it saves my wrists so much strain. It's great. You break things loose and then it spins them out. It works really well. And it's pretty, God. Amazon, why do you have to be this way? I searched for a very specific thing and you show me a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. Affiliate store. Let's find my affiliate store. First things first, I'll drop my store in the chat. There's the store, but then that specific screwdriver is right here. Uh-oh, it looks like maybe they're out of stock. That's why I was having a hard time finding it. Damn, it was going for $20. So, damn. Well, I'm going to drop a link to it anyway. You can kind of see the name of it and everything and work off of that. Maybe you can find what works for you. Amazon has been so slow today. I think it's this computer. I'm asking a lot of this computer at this point. I've really got to consider upgrading, but I just don't want to build a new stream computer and studio computer or buy a Mac. All right, that's it. It's a Zool XOOL mini electric screwdriver. I love the thing. Hopefully it comes back in stock. All right, back to what I was doing here. So, they got a 60mm fan. 60mm fan mounted over top of the stepper drivers. This has TMC 2225 stepper drivers in it. So they're quiet drivers on, I believe, all 4 axes, the extruder, extruder X, Y, and Z. Power supply, we've got a Kingroon branded, which is, I'm sure they don't make it. Kingroon branded 15 amp output, but they don't list the wattage, but 15 amp times 24. 360 watts. Interesting. 360 watt power supply. It's more than I would have expected. That power supply looks awful small, but it's actually surprisingly well rated. If it's accurate. If the number's accurate. Alright, let's close this back up. So it's a Robin Nano clone board, just like the KP3S runs. In fact, it looks like it's the same board. I searched Harbor Freight on Google and it gave me Amazon above Harbor Freight. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright, let's get this in here. Alright, that's back on there. Now, we've got to put the Z-axis on. So, here's the back of the machine. Oh, I like where the position of the power outlet is. I don't like where the switch is, but the outlet's right on the back here, directly lined to the power supply, I guess. And I do like that, straight out the back like that, versus I dislike like an Ender 3, how it's on the side of the system, of the power supply, the machine, because it's just like in an awkward spot. All right, Z-axis time. Here is our Z-axis. Let me switch cameras. Here's our Z-axis. We've got a direct drive extruder on here, dual Z motors. They are both driven off of a single stepper motor though, not independent stepper drivers. And yeah, it's got what they call linear rails, but it's not what you think of as linear rails when you say when most people say linear rails, this is not what they mean. All right, let's try. How am I going to line this up? This is annoying. Is it the same screws? Looks like it might be the same screws for the Z-axis. What lid am I going to do next? I honestly don't know. 3D Puck, thank you for being here. Hello. Looking in here, what else is in here? We've got... Is that filament holder? Oh, that's the screen. The screen came inside of there. It's got an itty-bitty screen, just like the KP3S does, so I don't love that. But, M5 by 35. Here's the Z-axis screws. Oh, things look darker on my screen because I forgot that this screen is garbage. It looks better on the actual cleanest I've ever seen the table. Yes, it is rather clean right now. You are correct. I had to clean it up for a stream and use that as an excuse to make myself actually clean it up. All right, where's my bit for this? See? It's clean, and now I can't find things. There we go. There we go. What are you doing? Jekyll. Jekyll! My cat is playing with a roll of paper towels on the couch off to the side. I put a couch in the studio. Best damn thing I've done. Oh, it's so nice that when I just need a break, I don't have to even leave the studio. I can just step aside, sit on the couch, watch some TV, hang out with the animals. All right, got that one started. Start the other side. Boom. I'll loosen that up just a hair. Sounds like the battery in this could use a charge. Come on. All right. All right, I got all 4 screws in the bottom of this thing now. I just got to tighten them up. Without getting into personal numbers, what's a good price to charge for a review printer? $0. There should never be an exchange of money when you're talking with the word review. As soon as you're talking about the exchange of money, the word review is a lie. I don't do, yeah. But features like this right here is not a review. This is a feature. Now, they sent me this printer. They wanted an unboxing. They just wanted it shown off. They had no statement about anything beyond that. I should have charged for this, and I didn't. That's bad on me, but this is like the last machine that I accepted before that being a point. Build volume, 300 by 300 by 350 millimeters. Will I give an honest opinion? Absolutely. They sent me this printer. There has been no money changing hands. I can review this. I can talk about it. I don't know that I'm going to do a review of this one because I just only have so many hours in a day. What's the printer? This is the Kingroon KP5L. Kingroon KP5L. The display I have my stats on, that is a Wave Share screen. It's a Wave Share touch screen. It's a Pi screen, a Raspberry Pi screen. I have a Raspberry Pi hooked up to it, and I just use it to display my follower stats. It's a really, really silly use case for it, but it's handy for in these lives. It's far more so for TikTok, obviously, so when people follow on TikTok, they can get a instant gratification to seeing the number go up. I'll tell you this, Nick. For the Focus machine, the number was 4 digits of what I requested for the Focus machine. Oh, come on. This peel is so unsatisfying because it won't start. I requested a 4-digit number for the Focus machine, their new one, and they balked at it. So, I don't have a good answer. Where's the dragon? Give me a second and I will, I'll see about grabbing it. Ah! This peel won't start. How unsatisfying. This stuff is so... There we go. Oh, this stuff is stuck. Boom. There's our bed. Looks like it's a PCB heated 300mm bed. Oh, there's foam underneath of there. I'm like, why is it... It's stuck. I was like, why is it stuck? Ah, it's stuck because it's foam. All right, that's better. Interesting. It's really stable, but there's like a little hitch to the bearings that it rides on. Like, I can just feel a little step, step, step. I don't like that. Alright, got the bed connector back here. Bed connector is coming out of the back of the machine here, and it's got a nice locking connector to plug it on. So I do like that. What's the build volume of the coffee mug? I don't know. 2 normal cups. The coffee mug is that. The teacup is 2. Alright. So there's like no strain relief on this. I really don't care for that. The connector feels well mounted to here. That is nice. To the bed, that is. But there's like no strain relief on the wire. And then the wire kind of wants to catch on this pulley back here. It's not catching. It just seems like it would. I don't love that. Alright, I got motor connector back here to make connection. And end stop connector. I don't know why these couldn't have been connected in the box. But they're connected now. The connector for the screen is stuck under here. There we are. It's a really flimsy ribbon cable for the screen. Where's the dog? She wandered off. She didn't want to hang out. She wandered off. Alright, Z motor connection 1. And Z end stop connection. Better view than TikTok. Yes, there is. Hard part on TikTok is fitting everything in. I bought an artillery sidewinder and it didn't come with screws. Lovely. Did it catch fire yet? Alright, Z motor number 2 connected. Alright. That's very straightforward. Let's get the glass bed on. Whoop. Wrong one. I mean, in all fairness, oh, let's get this peeled on here. Well branded Kingroon build plate. Where are my clippies? Clippies. How much is this Kingroon? On Amazon right now, there's a link in the description. There's a link in the description right now of this live stream. $249. So for a 300 by 300 direct drive printer, $249 is not bad. When this printer first came out, I think it was almost $500 they were asking for it, which I felt was too much, and why I never really was interested until they lowered the price. I think it's $300 on their website. It's $249 on Amazon. So that is much more reasonable. All right, we got a couple of screws left over here for what? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid price for what it is. Do I think glass beds are cheaper than PEI sheets? Yes, I do think that at this point, glass beds have become cheaper, and that's why most manufacturers go with them. At least at scale, at size like this. It does not have ABL. It does not have auto bed leveling. I would rather pay more for PEI as well, because I have numerous glass plates floating around I have nothing to do with. Rusty Dragon is done. I showed the finished Rusty Dragon. The X-axis, the Z-axis faces forward. Yes, the lead screws are on the front, like a Prusa. Let's bloop, camera. Is there a... Oh, that's really dumb. Kingroon! No, this is not my biggest printer. I unboxed on live a couple of weeks ago, or a month or two ago, the Anycubic Cobra Max. That's my biggest printer currently. Anycubic Cobra Max. That has a 400 by 400 build volume. This is only 300 by 300. I just printed this Dragon, the 200% Dragon, on the Cobra Max. This would never fit on here. This maxed out the build volume of the Cobra Max, so. I wonder if getting this versus an S1. I don't have an S1, so I can't do a direct comparison. I don't know. There's some things about Kingroon that always feel just a little off. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a review of the Anycubic Cobra Max and showing off some really big prints with it soon. I think it's a unique and interesting printer to show off because it's so darn big. So let me switch. Let's get this out of this wrapping here. This is the screen for this thing. Itty bitty screen. It's like a 2-inch screen. Get the big rep. Yeah, right. I like where your head's at, but I can't afford that. I'd be happy just to get invited up to Boston to like hang out with those folks and play with their stuff. Here's the screen. It's a... doesn't say on it, but I think it's like a 2-inch LCD screen, touchscreen. Stay away from the S1. It's like the... kind of like the CR6. I kind of... or the Ender 6. I kind of got that vibe. That's why I've never bothered to pick one up. My problem with a lot of the newer Creality machines is they're starting to use more proprietary hardware or different hardware than like the base model Enders do, which means that getting replacement parts is difficult. I'll run this through here real quick. What printer do I recommend for beginners? My go-to recommendation is the Creality Ender 3. 2 inches is a lot. Yeah, if that's what you're told. All right. I probably should have made the electrical connection to the monitor. Yeah, I think I should have made the connection to the screen first. Are you able to pause the print and install neodymium magnets depending on your machine? Yes. Just spent $80 on a piece of TI to mill out proprietary parts I can't buy. Yeah. Any reason not to get an Ender 3 off Comgrow? I have an affiliate link to Comgrow, first of all. If you want to see about picking one up, check my links page. There's an affiliate link. It is a touchscreen on this machine, yes. I've had good luck with Comgrow. I've heard one or two people be like, oh, you know, I didn't get some screws with my machine or something on their refurbished machines. But they just reach out, contact them, and get what they need. So I don't see any reason not to. I'm trying to figure out how to make this connection. All right, looks like I just... Does it slip in like this? I better check the manual, see which way they want this plugged in. I can't tell which way the ribbon cable's supposed to go. Yes, if you don't have an account at Micro Center and you have a Micro Center near you, the $100 Micro Center deal is a great one. I've picked up we used my partner who didn't have an account and got a Ender 3. It's an Ender 3 Pro too. It's not a base model Ender 3. They don't show how to make the connection on the screen. Okay. Those instructions are useless. It's a really flimsy ribbon cable like you might find inside a computer. So, or like a really basic display cable. Ah, the lock slipped. Wondering why that wasn't clicking in. Come on. Ugh. Oh, this is annoying. Kingroon, this is annoying. There we go. Half in. All in. Hopefully. I think I got that. Jeez, that's annoying. Even with the iron filament, you should have no problem sticking magnets in there. The magnetic hold with the iron filament isn't strong enough, I think, to really be a problem. Alright, that sits on there a little funky, but it's on there. I don't like how close it is to the bed, but it's on there. Yes, it would be less annoying if the printer was facing me. That's part of the challenge of doing streams like this, is the best way for me to work is not always the best way for people to see what's going on. Alright, one last, this weird ribbon cable connection. It's like an old IDE cable, actually. This old IDE cable connection here. Ender 5 Plus or Anycubic Cobra Max? Cobra Max, without a doubt. I've got issues with the Cobra Max, which I will discuss when I review it, but I would recommend the Cobra Max over the Ender 5 Plus for a big scale printer. Big scale. I put the contacts on the ribbon cable toward the board. Hopefully that was the right way. Alright, folks. That's, I think, pretty much it. So... oh, there's a zip tie up here. Wow, this X-axis belt is very loose. How do I tighten that? There doesn't seem to be a belt adjustment that I can see. There better be. That is very, very loose. There's no belt adjustment. That's such a mistake. I could shim out this side to tighten the belt, but holy crap. Bed adhesion is immense on the Cobra Max. You are not wrong. Let me show you folks up here. Here's the X-axis belt. You see that? I don't like that at all. I wonder if I have to flip this around. Maybe it's just a transport position. Let me check the instructions. Because it sure looks like I could flip the X-axis around. Nope, they're showing it in that position. Let's see if I can anyway. 'Cause I don't like that. Would you recommend a direct drive mod for the Ender 3? I don't recommend any of the commercially available ones. I don't recommend the Micro Swiss. The only way I could see to tighten it on behind the X-axis is moving it to a slightly different position, which doesn't seem like what they're intending. And I can't go... I thought maybe I could spin this around, but I can't. Help fund the Ultimate Ender 3 build. I've really got to get around to that. Honestly, Nick, it's kind of on the back burner till I get some other projects done. Let's see if I can move this to... Yeah, see, there's a second... Let me... Behind the X-axis, I don't think you folks can see it here, but there's two positions that this belt can go on here. And one's a little further out, but that barely makes it any tighter. It makes it tighter, but it's still floppy, floppy, floppy. Time to print a tension device. Yeah? Yeah? That might have to happen. Yeah, I don't care for any of that. Well, we're going to run it the way they have it, and I will deal with that another time. I'm not re-engineering the wheel if they screwed up, you know? You find the Cobra Max has the same problem. My Cobra Max doesn't, but the Cobra Max has belt adjusters, so that's fine. This doesn't have any belt adjustment, so I don't know. Okay. All right. Time to plug this thing in. Yeah. Where's the power cable? I should have numerous power cables around here. Hold on. Flipping cameras too much here. Alright, power cable. Let's get this thing plugged in and printing. Let's get this plugged in and printing. Get a smaller belt. That's not a good way of tensioning. I'm gonna search real quick, see if anybody else complained about this. The Y belt is good. There is adjustment. It could go a hair tighter in my opinion, but it's a lot better than the X. X-axis tensioner that I already found. There are tools to merge filament, yes. All right, whatever. We're gonna run this machine as provided, just to try it out. Let's throw the card in. Get the chat pulled back up here. That's a big oversight. Yeah, the lack of a good belt tension setup is a big oversight in my opinion. All right, where does this go? Right here. Ooh. All right. Let me see if that camera gets a better view. Yes. Peel this screen. Homing. And away we go. Are you live on YouTube? Yes, I am. TikTok viewers, if you want to see somewhere else, a better perspective, I am live on YouTube right now. How's the Iron Dragon doing? I've posted 2 videos of it so far, complete. It's great. The Iron Dragon turned out excellent. I posted the clear coat video yesterday showing it off. TikTok's just not showing my videos, unfortunately. To people. Wow, the Z-axis is a slow Homer. Haha, Homer. No, it's not a red Solo Cup coffee cup. It's just a coffee cup that happens to be red. Audio's so much better. Yeah, sorry. To get the full view on TikTok, the camera, my phone that it's streaming, is a little further away, and unfortunately that means not the greatest audio. Sorry, folks on TikTok. You want a better view and hear things a little better? Head over to YouTube. All right, we are homed. I'm going to preheat. I hate this system. This is the same way the Odin 5 and the Neptune 2 are. They don't have preheat settings. The Neptune 2, the Odin 5, the Kingroon KP5L, anything basically that uses the Robin Nano or the Maker Base branch of Marlin doesn't have preheating. You have to manually dial up the preheat. It's so annoying. Where can you find a 3D printer? I'm live on Mandic Really right now on YouTube. Mandic Really. Yeah, I do not personally consider 3D prints food safe, so I would not print any vessels that I actually intended to put liquids or food in, personally. 3D prints are not food safe in my opinion. The nooks and crannies can trap bacteria, so even if you're using a quote-unquote food safe filament, it could trap bacteria and grow gunk. Where's the Iron Dragon? Check my videos. It's done. Yeah. There's the Iron Dragon. Printed in Proto Pasta Iron PLA filament. We got the Iron Dragon. Already rusted it, clear coated it. Yeah. Close up? No. So we got to work on, it's like, I'm sorry folks, it's not my fault that It's not my fault that TikTok pushes out a video a week after I post it, or, you know, whatever. I can't constantly show the exact same thing over and over again for folks who just happen to see it. Oh, okay, there's a filament runout sensor here on the side. That's weird. 43 degrees, still heating up. So, I posted a couple of close-up videos. If you want to check out the Iron Dragon, check out my videos. I did a close-up video when I first rusted it, when it was done, and also after I clear-coated it, which I just did. Am I selling the Iron Dragon? I might. I don't know. I haven't decided. I've got way too many dragons around. Which is a good segue into, I am currently running a sale. D&D sale, I'm calling it. Dolphins and Dragons. I've got the Flexi Dolphins from Flexi Factory. And the Flexi Dragons from Flexi Factory. Which are both available on my store right now. Is Protopasta good? Protopasta is good, it's just wicked expensive. I don't know if it's worth it, to tell you the truth. That's gonna have to be up to you. I think it's a little salty for most uses. Yes, if you're looking for my YouTube account, it is right behind me there. Mandic Really. MANDICREALOY, or there are links on my bio. Yeah. So, I think we're gonna level next. Still heating up. The bed's taking forever to heat up. Not a very high wattage bed heater. It's not taking forever, just not quick. The Iron Dragon, if you wanted to pick up the Iron Dragon, you have to remember the Iron Dragon is $70 worth of plastic alone. So if I was to sell it, which I haven't 100% decided, it would probably be $150. It took over a day to print. All the factors involved, so. If you're interested, email me. I think one person already emailed me. I haven't gotten back to them about it because I wasn't done with it yet, so. Alright, looks like we are warmed up enough to level now. Leveling. Alright, let me grab a piece of paper. Where's my fancy leveling paper? This place is such a mess. I'm gonna use a resin printer leveling paper. It'll work. They got this bed really tightened down for transport. Nope. Z limit switch is way too high. Can I adjust the Z limit switch? Yes, I can. Home. I'm gonna have to adjust the Z limit switch. How could I come across buying a 3D printer? Go look for one and buy it. Amazon. Manufacturers specific websites. Micro Center. Had to lower the Z limit switch to get this thing to actually get down to a point I need it at. Yeah, if you check Congro on my link tree, you can find... I went a little far. Nope. Gotta raise the limit switch. Might have gone a little too far down on that one. Or it didn't trigger. I can't tell which. It absolutely should have triggered at that height. Let's try that again. It absolutely should have triggered there. Surprised it doesn't have auto bed leveling. Yeah. I needed paper. All I can find is more printers. You're not wrong about that. You are not wrong. There are way too many printers around here. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, now let's try leveling. I raised the switch ever so slightly. Probably not going to be enough. Looking forward to this review. We're looking at this machine. Alright, cool. Good to know people are interested. Ugh. Z limit switch is still too high. Watching on TikTok and YouTube. Cool. Is this a good view? Yeah, it's a pretty good view. Alright, I gotta raise the Z limit switch again. Or lower. Ugh. Getting the Z limit switch just right is not fun on this one. How do you feel about adding auto leveling? I say learn to level. I don't know. Auto leveling is not a requirement for machines of the size of the Ender 3. Just generally say learn to level your machine and don't worry about it. Alright, let's see if that did it. Alright. Not as tight as I might like on the spring, but alright, this corner's got to go down. That's a good start. Ooh, this corner's got to go down a lot. I just realized this thing has silicone spacers, not springs. Don't care for that. Probably an unpopular opinion, but yeah. So the front, I've got to bring up. Alright, got that. Let's bring back to this corner. Some reason when I do a brim or a skirt, it doesn't want to print, or it doesn't want to stick on your Ender 3. That's confusing. But does the base layer stick? Or it's only when you use a brim and a skirt? That's... I mean, it sounds like you've probably got a... You've got an adhesion issue, which could be various things. Alright. That's looking good. Back to this corner. It's only works fine with a raft. Well, a raft is an error replacer. A rafter is a replacement for a bad bed level, basically. All right, I think we're pretty good now. Let's get this thing preheated and see what's on the SD card. Z leads in front feels weird. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're not wrong. Akuma, welcome. How is Murph? You still there? Is the show still going? I don't even know. All right. Cool. Let's get to a point where we can move on here. Yeah, I'm interested in how well it's going to print with the loose loose belt as well. I'm looking all over this thing. There's no belt adjustment. All right. Show's over. Cool. Okay. Now we're preheating. Let's take a look what's on the SD card. Actually, we'll go to this angle. Looks like there's a benchy. We're going to go with the benchy, I think. I think we're going to go with the benchy because that's pretty much all that's on the card. I can modify things to make the belt tighter. That's not a concern. It just annoys me that I have to, you know? Annoys me that I have to. Step up from a CR10 V3. What do you want? What's missing from your CR10 experience? Bold choice to putting that on a card with a new printer. Confident in their settings. No, it's on their card. The very first print I ever do on a machine is always what's on the SD card. I want to see what their settings result in. If they put a print on here where the settings are terrible, that's a reflection on them, not me, you know? Step up after the Ender 3, it really depends on where you're going with it. Don't see much of the Ender, don't see much custom car stuff. I don't do it anymore. I posted a video a little while ago. It does not pay the bills, so I'm just not doing it. Yeah, there will be more coming. It's not like gone. I will be doing more, but I don't know when, and it's going to be few and far between. All right. I'll stick around. Love to hear it. Thank you. What color should we do for a benchy? I think I'm gonna do dark blue. I'm gonna do dark navy blue, I think. Brown, hot pink. I don't have any hot pink right now. I do have plenty of brown. But let's go with this. This filament sensor on the side over here is just weird. Let's home everything. I don't like using the material included. I never do that. I get your thought. The wire here got caught in the Z. I'm gonna take a photo of that. I don't know if you folks on stream can see it. This wire, the cable for the x-axis, got caught up in here and prevented it from homing on the x-axis. And it's caught underneath the belt too. Boom, there it goes. Let's home all again. That's not very good. There needs to be some type of strain relief to keep that up and away. So far, I'm seeing printable fixes. Like, I could design something that would easily screw onto here and hold that wire up out of the way. Best small printer for beginners, Ender 2 Pro. What do I think of the linear guideways? I haven't had a chance to really experience or deal with. I like them better than V-slot wheels. I like that. They are not linear rails. They're neat, interesting. We shall see. So, okay, let's print a benchy. I'm gonna be fair. I see zero wrong with using Magic Goo. I use it all the time. And I don't know that I trust my bed level, so we're gonna put a little Magic Goo on the bed. Alright, 3D benchy time. Printer recommendations on a printer that'll make full-size helmets. The Ender 3 Max might be an option for you, or the Anycubic Cobra Max. Oh, you know what would help? If I actually loaded filament in it. I got distracted by the wire getting stuck. That I didn't actually load the filament. But I also just noticed when it just purged, it purged off the edge of the bed. That's not cool. All right. Now let's try a benchy. Now we'll try a benchy. Thumb wheels are so nice. I love having thumb wheels on an extruder. They really make your life easier. Printing preference for slicers. Prusa slicer. Prusa slicer is my preference. What got me started on 3D printing? What type of filament do you like best? If you're talking PLA, I like Polymaker. What the hell is that? Why is it printing the benchy there? I think I know why. That is stupid. Custom car parts. Yes, Nick got it there. The reason I got into 3D printing was to make parts for the cars that I was building. Custom cars. And that got me started. Okay, I'm going to move one of these cameras to get a better angle on what's going on here so you folks can... Which Polymaker PLA? I use the Polyterra mostly, but they're all pretty much the same. I order filament off Amazon 90% of the time. I'm gonna move cameras. let's try this again. See how this bundle of the wiring just wants to hang down there? I don't like that. Why is it printing there and not in the middle? Have I ever printed with Atomic? No, I haven't. I think I know why it's printing there and not in the middle. I think this profile was sliced for the KP3S, and they just put that file onto this SD card. I think this was sliced for the KP3S. So that has a bed, you know, yay big. I think that's why it's printing in that corner. I love the V3, I'm just looking to set up another printer. If all you want is a second printer and you're happy with your CR10 V3, get another CR10 V3. Getting different printers makes sense if you don't, like, if one printer doesn't do what you need, but another one will. That makes sense. But if one printer does what you need, you just need more printers, get more of the same. That way your parts are interchangeable, your experience is interchangeable. I recommend, like, if you're happy with an Ender 3, stick with Ender 3s. You know, like if I was running a print farm, I'd have a bunch of Ender 3s. I wouldn't have 15 different printers, you know? Or if you have ADHD and you just want to try different stuff. You know, Nick, that's not a bad point. Do I sell the things I make? I've got a handful of things on sale on my links page right now. Or not on my links page, on my shop. Go check out my shop. I got a handful of stuff on sale right now. Dungeons, I'm calling it the D&D sale. Dolphins and Dragons. We are laying down a benchy on this thing. Our first print on the KP5L. Murph recovery is rough. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Maybe next year. My name is Mandic. That is my actual name. Mandic. M-A-N-D-I-C. I just go by Mandic really because of the, you know, people don't believe that Mandic is my name. What's my opinion on the Snapmaker 350? Overpriced, overcomplicated, loud, using old technology. Nobody I've ever talked to who had a Snapmaker was fully happy with it. It's a one-size-fits-all machine that doesn't fit any one thing right. If you want a CNC, they still don't have a spool holder. They still come with these freaking, like, roller things. I also, yeah, I don't think they're open source, Nick. If you want a CNC and a laser and a printer, get 3 of them. I mean, get those 3 things. Don't buy a one-size-fits-all machine. This belt is slapping around here. Watching the belt slap around tells me the quality is going to be great on this. Thoughts on banana bread? I like it. Had to jailbreak one before you converted it to 1.75. See, I didn't even know that they're 2.85. That's just stupid. Printers that are 2.85 millimeter in 2022 is just stupid. The smaller Kingroon is kind of interesting. I had really bad luck with my KP3. My KP3 was just really not good. It was a really old machine. Okay. I don't know. I've never messed with one of the snap makers. Maybe, I don't know. Ender 3 Pro fan upgrades. You want the Hero Me Gen 6. Look up the Hero Me Gen 6. That's what I would recommend. How long you been live? A little over an hour now. We've been live for a little over an hour. Favorite brand of vehicle I've worked on? I don't really have one. Favorite brand of custom vehicle? I don't really understand that question, honestly. The Ender 3 Max is 1.75mm filament setup, yes. Favorite dragon I made? The rainbow one turned out really good. I was really happy with that. A local library are trying to convert their Ultimakers. Good luck. There's plenty of support for modifying Ultimakers, but yeah. It's so... now stream on YouTube, you can see how it's printing in this one corner like a ridiculous thing. Whatever. It's working. It's just silly. Yeah, the Ultimaker shouldn't be so bad. I don't like how the extruder cable is. Neither do I. Yeah, I don't care for that either. It needs some type... It should have like one of those zip things to hold it up to the top or something. There's various things about that I just don't like. I don't even know what settings this is printing at, what temperature or whatever. 200 degrees Celsius. This Polymaker generally prefers 210, 212. And the hot end on this is not impressive, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work. Why is it printing off center? I don't know. I didn't slice this file. This file is on the SD card for this printer. I'm fairly sure that the file was sliced for a different printer and they just slapped the G code onto here. How do I get the Dragon STL? The Dragon is not my design. That's a Flexi Factory design. You can either buy it on my Mini Factory, Colts 3D, or you can support Flexi Factory's Patreon to get that file. What are we making? We're making a Benchy. We are printing a Benchy right now. Copy paste does work, I guess. It's not a very good showing for your printer to do that. Not impressive in the least. But it does work. It's printing. If you can make any kind of dragon, what would you make? I want to make one of the crystal dragons. I gotta get on that. I should back Cinderwing's Patreon. They can only get it to level in that corner. Really excited for the Voron versus Bamboo Labs video. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested. I'm excited just to get the Bamboo Labs printer whenever it does show up. If it ever shows up. If it ever shows up. Bottom belt looks awfully loose as well. You know what? I'm seeing that now too. I mean, honestly, it's not nearly... That's a sad part. If you think that looks loose, it's not nearly as loose as the X-axis. The Hero Me Gen 6 can use a standard fan. I recommend switching to a 5010 fan though, or 5015 fan though. Ben said that they have videos. Yeah, I realize that. They do, but it wouldn't be the first marketing staged bullshit in existence, you know? I'm not talking shit. I expect they're going to ship their printers. But there is no guarantee, so... Let's look at the overhead angle and try and see the belt. Can you see how much this belt is slapping here? Yeah, I don't know. It's slapping pretty bad. Yeah, that belt is ultra loose. It's so loose, it's a problem. I mean, I could tighten it by cutting the zip ties and tightening it that way. I probably should have done that before we even started this print, but you know what? I want to demonstrate the printer as it comes out of the box, so. First thing I printed, the first thing I ever 3D printed was a 3D Benchy. It was the first thing I ever printed. Have you ever had a printer just stop? Sure. Absolutely have. How long does it take for just one dragon? 100% dragon is 22 hours to print. 22 hours? Yeah, it is a weird, weird position for the runout sensor. Do I still run UPSs? Yes, I run UPSs on all the units behind me there are on UPSs. This is not. I don't have a UPS on my desk. A UPS is an uninterruptible power supply. That is a battery backup unit, usually used for like servers or workstation computers and such, to make sure that if you have a power outage, you don't just like lose all of what you were working on and your server doesn't abruptly shut down and corrupt data. I use them for my printers. So if I get a brownout or whatever, the printers keep running and I can like pause or stop the prints. Most expensive dragon is the 150% Iron Dragon. 150% Iron Dragon would be the most expensive one because the iron filament's so expensive. Do you make cars? I used to. I used to build cars for a living. Was my job. I really like the UPSs. You can get a good UPS for $100, $150, $200, $250 for a really good one, and they'll save your butt. I've done testing. Some of my printers will run for upwards of half an hour off of a UPS continuing, so that's really good for like small power outages. No, Nick, there's no adjustment on the X motor. There's no adjustment on the X motor, there's no adjustment on the belt end. The only way to tension the belt is it's just zip tied the belts to the carriage. I could cut the zip ties and tension it that way, which I probably will after this, but again, I'm just running it the way that they shipped it, you know? If they accepted this as acceptable, I'm gonna print it that way. What would you purchase if you wanted an Ender 3 Pro but bigger with auto bed leveling? I would probably look at the Anycubic Cobra Plus or the Cobra Max. Can you cancel it if you wanted? Yeah, if I wanted to stop the print, I could hit stop on it. Is the X pulley an eccentric nut? That's a good question, Nick. No, it is absolutely not. It's on a stud. Nope. I hate this cable. This needs to be fixed. Rust elephant. The rusting, the iron stuff is just too expensive. I can't keep doing rusty prints. That filament is so expensive. Would I recommend the Anycubic Churon? No, I would not. The Anycubic Churon is out-of-date technology. Like, it's just older. It doesn't really make sense at this point. Buy something newer. Not talking shit on the machine. Not saying it's a bad machine, but it's older design. Buy something newer. Now do you remember me? Sorry, I am really fucking bad with names, so not offhand. What do the 3D elephants have names? There are various ones. Mega Chad, Giga Chad, Chad. So they were all named Chad. Read your comment above that? I don't see any comment above that. The only one I see is now do you remember me? You know what? God damn it, YouTube. Live chat. Oh, the Rostock Delta. Okay, got you. Yeah, your comment didn't show up before that. Now I know who you are. Yeah. I still haven't really... I have been avoiding my messages lately. I've just been so busy. What's my favorite printer? My Voron. My Voron V0 is my favorite printer. Second favorite dragon is Sylvia the Silver Serpent, I think. I like that one. Mars, welcome to the chat. Welcome. I actually don't know what my next print is. I do not. I don't have any plans for what the next one is. After this stream, I'll probably go figure it out. So... what the hell is that? Anything special to make your prints adhere so well? Level your printer properly, get your temperatures dialed in properly, make sure you've got a good bed surface, clean bed surface, and then if you're still having problems, Magigoo. I've got numerous videos about it on playlists on my TikTok. How do I set up dual colors in Cura? I honestly have no idea. I've never done it. I use Prusa Slicer for multicolor printing. What are you printing? We're printing a Benchy. This is a Benchy right now. My favorite print, I don't have an answer to that. I've printed so many things, I don't have favorites of it, you know? I don't have a favorite. Easy to do color change. Yeah, and pause at height script is pretty good. But in fact, I'm gonna have to test this machine and see if it does that properly. Is spraying hairspray on the bed actually beneficial? Yeah, it'll help bed adhesion. I don't have an abundance of hairspray around personally, so I like Magigoo personally. Printing the rock cup off my thangs today. Awesome. My favorite starter printer, Creality Ender 3. Creality Ender 3 is my go-to recommendation. Thoughts on the FL Sun Super Racer for a cheap Delta printer? I mean, I guess it's kind of a cheap Delta printer. It's not that cheap, I don't think. People seem to like it. I have no experience with it. What's the best printer I should get for a second printer? I can't answer that unless I know what you need. What is your current printer not doing for you? One corner of your Ender 3 isn't adhering well. You've probably got a leveling issue on that corner. Mess with your bed leveling. Get it right. Not printing big enough stuff because I have a small printer. How much bigger do you want to go on printer? Like it can really vary. The Ender 3 Max is a decent, slightly larger printer. The Anycubic Cobra Max is a great larger printer. Well, I don't know about great. It's my current recommendation for a bigger printer. So that's a factor. Woo, we are getting a lot of ringing on this one, I think. Not shocking with the belt slapping the way it is. Beginner resin printer. Anycubic Photon Mono. I like the Photon M3 I currently have. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Photon M3 I have right now. That is my current go-to one. It's a little pricier if you're looking for a beginner one, though. See if you can find some old stock of like the Photon Mono. Why are you spamming asking if I'm part of the LGBTQ community? That's both really personal and not cool of you, and spamming in general is not cool. It's up to me whether or not I discuss those things. Spam asking is just really not cool, quite simply. I am non-binary. I do not consider myself fully a male. I go by he, they pronouns. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, it's not the way to ask that kind of question. My content is not about, you know, gender issues and whatever, and I try to not discuss much because it's just not a thing. It doesn't need to be a thing in my life. Trash can next. I do need to do the trash can. I've really got to print the trash can and get the file uploaded, the updated file uploaded. Love you. Thank you. Got a favorite band? No. I'm old enough at this point that I'm beyond, you know, favorite bands and movies and well, that's not true. Favorite bands I'm beyond for sure. TikTok logo's long done. That was weeks ago. TikTok logo is long done. Thought about building my own rig. I built a Voron V0. I have built a Voron. I'm going to be building a Voron 2.4 very soon. Print a parrot. That's a neat one. Vecna lid. Nick, you gotta go. All right, have a good one. My favorite brand of filament is Polymaker. I like Polymaker. Protopasta's too rich for my blood. I print way too much to use Protopasta. They make nice stuff, but woof. Heading out. Have yourselves a good one. I've got a laundry list of ideas for the barrel lid. I don't want to give them away till I do them. But there's a lot of ideas for what we're doing with the barrel lid. So it will be coming. New ideas, new designs. A grenade turtle? That's a weird one. My biggest print is probably the TikTok logo lid, I guess. Or the big barrel. Or it depends how you look at it. Like, I don't know. The 200% dragon that we just did is pretty big. The 200% dragon. Yeah, it really depends how you look at it. I'm not trying to leave the barrel phase. I kind of got bored with it, and I gotta like make this stuff interesting, you know. Always trying to keep people on their toes and doing more things. We're gonna get back to barrels. I'm gonna do more barrel stuff. I want to print the bigger barrel, but I want to like mix it up, you know. I want to keep it constantly interesting and changing and moving. Looks like the Y belt's loose. The Y belt could use a little tension. The X belt is very loose. Yeah, the dragon's printed without assembling in pieces, Steven. That thing was printed in one piece on my Anycubic Cobra Max. That's how big of a printer it is. It prints in like a coil, so it filled up the bed quite a bit. But, yep. You know, I should be able to share a photo. Let me see. Not what I wanted. Airdrop it to my computer. That's what I wanted. Alright. Downloads! No! What the heck? Where are my downloads? The dragon was on the Cobra Max in one piece. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Go! Go! Apple airdrop is amazing, but sometimes you really just need to work. Airdrop is up. Oh god, raise the iPhone. Apple, this is one of your best features, but it should work better than this. My computer and my phone are right here. We are making a benchy right now. Often very slow. Yeah, it's being extremely slow. Like, extremely slow. I'm gonna close everything. It's probably randomly just gonna be like, oh, here you go. I just airdropped to my computer, like, there we go, a minute ago. Like, right before the stream. Alright. I'm gonna screen share real quick with you folks on stream. This is how the Cobra Max printed that 200% dragon. So, one piece on the bed, curled in a circle like that, but it went from edge to edge on the bed. It filled the bed. Pretty much. I could maybe tweak it a hair and get like a few percent bigger, but not worth it. back to the main shot. My main work machine is a mid-2010 Mac Pro. I miss AirDrop so much. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go back. This is a 2017 iMac that I use in the studio, and it's... I need to update. I need to upgrade. That used 1.5 kilograms of filament. 1.5 kilograms of filament to produce that. I do not have fan duct designs for the Ender 3 out there. I don't have any. What state are you in? Pennsylvania. I am in Pennsylvania. What am I drinking? Tea. Keeps my voice from going out. You should print a mini printer. I mean, I've printed a functional mini printer. Are fan ducts okay to print in PLA? It really depends on what you're printing regularly. I've got... My Ender 3 has PLA fan ducts on it, as does my Cobra Max. They're both perfectly fine printing PLA and PETG. You have to remember that the fan ducts constantly have airflow going across them, which seems to make them hold up just fine, in my experience. We're gonna make a bigger barrel. There is a bigger barrel coming. I've got some trouble with the machine I'm gonna use it on, or print it with, so I've gotta like get them to figure it out. Am I using a measuring cup to keep track of tea intake? No, it's just a big cup that doesn't burn my hand. My favorite printer is my Voron V0. Make a maxed out version of the thing you're doing. A benchy? No. Honestly, it would just require too much filament. I go through so much filament, I have to be kind of selective. I can sometimes spend hundreds of dollars a week on filament, so I have to be kind of selective about what I print and what I go really big with. So... Did I finish the TikTok logo lid? People keep asking that. I guess that video is getting pushed again. Let me grab it. TikTok logo lid. Sorry, stream, I'm blocking you on YouTube. This is the TikTok logo lid. It's actually supposed to be this way. TikTok logo lid. And I don't know why I grabbed this one, but this is, what do we name this one? I forget. Bubbles. No, Bubba. Bubba the 250% was this? No, 333%. Bubba the 333% Flexi Dolphin. Stream. A pumpkin stump lid? I don't know what that is. They're kind of modeling the hot end on the Bamboo. This printer's been out for a while. This has been out well before the Bamboo existed, so... I think it's been out for at least a year, I want to say. I really don't like this cable. That's bullshit. That's terrible, honestly. Can we see Rainy Bubbles? Yeah, where's Rainy Bubbles? Rainy Bubbles. Rainy Bubbles, the rainbow dolphin. Yeah, this has been out longer, but this is not gonna fly. I'm gonna have to address that. I don't care for that at all. The stump is the top of the pumpkin. Why would I print just the top of the pumpkin? I'm confused by that. Building a PC specifically for printing. Intel 10th gen, GTX 1650, 16 gigs of RAM. Get enough graphics and storage. I would put a bigger SSD in it. Oh, you've got a 500 gigabyte SATA SSD. Yeah, I think you're good there. That seems like a really good all-around build for a printer, a printer computer. Yeah, no, that seems like a really good balance of budget and still powerful enough. It's definitely not going to be the fastest slicing setup on the market, but whoop-de-doo. Can we see the Vecna lid? Where is the Vecna lid? It's over on the Cobra Max. Let me grab it. Hi. Vecna lid. Wow. What's my opinion of the Anchor Make versus the Bamboo after seeing both of them in action? Good question. I still have reservations about the Anchor Make. A lot of the claims that they've made about that machine have not been shown to anybody, like their AI system for spaghetti detection doesn't exist yet as far as anybody is concerned. The speed that the Anchor prints at, I don't think is sustainable. It uses V-slot roller wheels, and I just don't see that happening. They're going to wear, and the speed is going to reduce, as will the quality. I didn't put the Vecna lid in the showcase of all the lids. That's because the Vecna lid came out after the showcase of all the lids. It's been printed since then. The Bamboo, I'm still not 100% about either. So that's going to be interesting to see what comes of it, but I would take the Bamboo over the Anchor, personally. Uncle Jesse had problems with his Bamboo, but I did. I backed the Kickstarter program of the Bamboo, but not the Anchor, so... I bought a 2021 Razer 15 Advanced laptop used recently. Pretty happy with it. Cool. I really need... I'm debating getting a MacBook Pro. I really don't want to spend that much money, but I could really use a new laptop, and I need a new computer in the studio here. So... I don't know, you know... It's one of those, like, do I buy a new do I build a new computer for the studio, which would be more cost effective? Good idea. But then to get a new laptop, I'm basically, if I build a computer for the studio and I buy a Windows laptop, I've basically paid for a MacBook. So do I just get a MacBook and use it as a docking station in the studio? I like having a Mac in here. I have grown to like having a Mac in the studio. Because it gives me a different perspective, in part. It's nice to be playing in both ecosystems, because then I have more experience with things to tell people. If somebody asks me about using a slicer in Mac, I have it to show them and talk about it, you know? Razer makes an external GPU that works with Mac or Windows. That's a good point. This is a Benchy. We are printing a Benchy right now. Yep. Do you play video games? I do. I don't get a chance to much anymore. I work too much, but I do play video games. I used to stream a lot more on Twitch, which I hopefully will get to eventually again, but... What lid are you looking forward to making? I honestly don't know. I've got a list of them and I don't know what's next, and I gotta figure it out myself. How are you seeing these comments? I've got my iPad off screen over here and I'm reading them on. I'm going to sleep. And I'm out of coffee. What's my favorite lid? I still think root beer foam's probably my favorite lid. I think root beer foam still. Oh, wow. Our benchy lifted off the bed. My artillery sidewinder is smoking. What do I do? Don't use it. Where is it smoking? Is it smoking from the hot end? Like, I don't know. I need more information than that, but I would contact artillery first of all. Which Kingroon is this? This is the KP5L. KP5L. What upcoming printing tech am I most excited about? The X1 Carbon in general. It could be a complete game changer. There's too many things involved with it to even break down one thing I like about it, or that I'm interested in seeing about it. It's looking like a machine that could be a complete game changer. Coffee or tea? Tea. Can I grab Nori Faye? Sure. Since you use the proper name. Nori Faye, the Iron Dragon. What is the X1 Carbon? It is the Bamboo Labs new printer. New company hitting the market with a really interesting 3D printer that seems to have a lot of interesting tech going for it. It's extremely fast. It's got multicolor. It's just a lot. How do you recommend a small creator grow? I wish I had a good answer for you. Just keep making content. Keep producing content. Work on your presentation style and keep it interesting. Being boring is boring. People don't like it. Like, I'm over animated a lot of times when I'm presenting and when I'm talking because that's what engages people. Why do the artillery sidewinders catch fire? I don't know. Seems like they're having a motherboard issue where they're having a short to power and it's overloading and overwhelming the heater, causing it to run away and just keep on heating. But I don't know. I don't have one to experiment with and tell. Can I share the barrel files? They're on my Thangs page already. What's printing right now? Benchy. We're printing a Benchy right now. Go looking for the barrel files. They're already out there. What's the biggest thing you've ever made? TikTok logo lid, maybe. There's no way to tell that because like each thing's larger. Yeah. The 200% dragon. The 200% dragon is long, so it's bigger via length than everything else. The TikTok logo lid is really big and fairly hefty in scale. So like, I don't know. Is this the biggest thing? The 250% barrel itself is fairly big. Like, there's no good answer to what the biggest thing is. Yet, anyway. Not yet, anyway. My artillery sidewinder is smoking. What do I do? Stop using it. Stop using it before it causes a house fire. Contact artillery and tell them you're having a problem, and get them to deal with it. Print the Statue of Liberty. Well, that'd be a heck of a print. Use an Ender 3. Make the dolphin bigger in segments. It cannot be done. The thing about it is that the joints overlap in such a way that I can't do that. I can't just make these prints bigger on a whim. And without the access to the design files, I can't do it. How do I go live? You need 1,000 followers to go live. Get more followers. You need a full-size prop for your shop. I need to start making props and cosplay stuff, yeah. What print used the most filament? I don't know. Offhand, I do not know. I think Mega Chad probably. I guess Mega Chad probably. No. I'm gonna go with Mega Chad. I think Mega Chad probably used the most filament. How much filament did the 200% Dragon use? 1.5 kilograms. 1.5 kilograms. What's your idea with an Eiffel Tower print? It wasn't my idea, so I don't have one. Mega Chad is the big elephant. The big elephant. The 333% elephant. 333% elephant is Mega Chad. Would you say there's a functional difference between glass bead and probe thermistors? No. Overall, no. Probe type, like the NTC 100K, might be slightly more accurate, but the biggest difference is just fragility. Well, and also the surface area by which they measure temperature is larger, so thereby possibly being a more accurate measurement in that regard. Make a max 1 what? Make a cup and drink out of it. No, 3D prints are not food safe. 3D prints are not food safe. TikTok logo has been done for like 2 weeks. I don't know why TikTok's pushing that video again. Mega Chad is in another part of the studio. I don't feel like going and grabbing it. I'm fading fast. I need to go eat and grab some caffeine, but I want this print to finish. Is there food safe filament? There is technically, very technically, food safe filament, but there are so many factors involved that make it not food safe. First of all, the machines used to create the filament are not food safe. They are not inspected to make sure no metal's getting into there. Like, the whole process from beginning to end of 3D printing is not food safe. The print itself has nooks and crannies because of the layers of extrusion that can allow bacteria to grow. So even if you use a food safe filament, there's no way to ensure that it's not going to be growing bacteria. So can you 3D print a 3D printer that works? I have done it. Check my videos. Watch my videos. I've done it. I've talked about it a bunch. My Voron V0 behind me right now is 3D printed, and I 3D printed it. Obviously not entirely 3D printed. There needs to be metal and electronic components, but majority of it is 3D printed. Normal lid of the big barrel. Already did it. Check my video about all the lids for the big barrel. Make a max lid? I don't understand that. What's your opinion of the Ender 3? It's my go-to recommendation for a starter printer. Ender 3 is my go-to recommendation for a starter printer. Holby. I'm sorry, TikTok's not showing me your name. Sent the paper crane. Thank you very much. TikTok, I hate when you do this. Do stranger things when you hit 6 million? Yeah, if I hit 6 million, I'll do a lot of things. Travis Jewel 3 with the hand wave. Hello. Thank you. Make a waffle lid. The most expensive printer I have is my Voron V0. My smallest printer is also my most expensive. Oh, highest boy, you've seen too many people printing smoking devices or attachments that are susceptible to heat. Yeah, like, people talk about making things for vapes all the time. I'm like, no, that is just not a good idea. Nothing about that's a good idea. We are printing a benchy right now. We're printing a 3D benchy right now. Let me move the camera for the TikTok stream closer. Since I moved the other camera, I can do that. Let's move the TikTok stream camera. Hi, folks. As I manipulate the tripod. Whoop. Is that better? That's better. Ugh. Woo! Okay, now you got a better view. My opinion on Anycubic printers, they still have old stuff I wouldn't recommend, but the newer ones I like. What printer of all that I've worked with gave me the best results? That's a loaded question in a couple of different ways. My overall best printer is my Ender 3. It's my most reliable printer that does decent quality. TikTok logo lid is long done. I might as well get it in frame here, I guess, since everybody keeps asking about it. Apparently TikTok's pushing that video, so. There it is. Amazing, new here, awesome. Welcome. I don't have a favorite best starter printer. There's no good answer for that really, but my go-to recommendation is the Creality Ender 3. A statue of myself. I've already printed my own head. We printed my own head before. Maxed out dragon's already done. I posted a video about it. Finally have your Ender 3 Pro running at 200 millimeters a second. That's impressive. Impressive. That's about what I run my Voron at on a regular basis, like day to day. So, well, that's not true. I generally run it like 150 just to be safe. What makes my expensive printer expensive? I built it myself, piece by piece, with high quality components. Bad Blood Blazer, welcome. Hello. Do a max benchy. Go on my wish list and buy filament. Send me filament to make it, and I'll make it. We are printing a benchy. Currently printing a benchy to test this out and finish it up. Test this printer, see what the results we get are. Bad Blood Blazer, send him a TikToks. Thank you very much. This printer is $249 on Amazon. $249 right now on Amazon. I don't remember how long Vecna took to print. I don't have a very good memory. Campfire lid, I like it. I like it. What you doing, dude? Yeah, man. Hi, dude. Come here. Come here. You're gonna get got it. You got it. You got it. Come here. Watch the printer. Wanna help me? No? He's like, why am I on the table, Dad? Bye. Bye, Jekyll. Cat hair. Cat hair everywhere. Black cat, yes. What's printing right now? We're printing a benchy. Just doing a test print since I just unboxed this printer. Just unboxed this printer, so we're printing a test print with a benchy. He is a big cat. Jekyll is a big cat. Yes, he is. Where's the 200% dragon? I already showed it. Yeah. Ugh. Ha. 200% dragon. I did a video showing it off. Yeah. I'll wear it around my neck. That's comfortable. This is perfectly fine. Totally comfortable. How many printers do you have? I literally just posted a video like 2 or 3 days showing ago showing all of them. 15. I have 15 printers. What are we printing? We are currently printing a 3D benchy. Printing a 3D benchy. Ah. So, let's let YouTube see the ridiculousness that is my necklace. Huh. It's a scarf. Has the cat ever... Has the cat ever destroyed any prints? No, he hasn't. Very fashionable. Thank you. No, he's never destroyed prints. He loves to play with filament, though. So if I have loose pieces of filament floating around, he will drag them away and chew on them. Haha, my thoughts on the Mosaic Palette 3 Pro. It's a piece of garbage. I own one. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Off now, great live. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of it. Ha! 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 Alright, this benchy layer shifted bad. So I think we're pretty much done with this print. Probably because the belt's so damn loose. I was right here, it didn't frickin' skip any steps. A bunch of roses coming in from Come My Way 13. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's stop this print. It failed. Effectively. Effectively, it failed. It layer shifted pretty bad. Oh, it puts the bed to the back. I hate that. Boop, popped right off. Wow, the print quality on this is pretty terrible. So, yeah. Let me show the camera real quick what the print quality's like for YouTube stream. And for TikTok. Pretty garbage. So, I'm going to work on this printer and see about improving it because I think this has potential to do a lot better. I think this printer has a lot of potential to do a lot better, but it's going to require some effort on my part. And that's not something I'm doing right now, for sure. So, I think I can get it to play better and work better. First of all, I can tighten this damn belt up. So, I'm in the market for a MakerBot replicator. Is that okay for a first printer? No. Do not buy a MakerBot replicator. Do not buy a MakerBot replicator. You are going to be throwing money away. If you're buying an old one, it's extremely outdated technology. Don't do that. If you're going to buy a new one, it's still outdated technology. Don't do that. MakerBot has not been a good company for like almost 10 years. Yeah, no. Do yourself a favor, buy something open source and much more affordable. So, bought an Ender 3 for $100. Prints decent out of the box. That's a solid way of going, solid direction, and I agree with that. So, alright folks, I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, I've got to get some rest, and yeah. So I'm going to wrap this stream up and call it. This printer has potential. It's got issues, and I've got to address a handful of them, and I will revisit this, and we will take a look at it a little bit more in depth and try and do a better job with it. But at the moment, I gotta say, this thing's just got some issues. So it is what it is. We will try and make it a better machine. I think with some tuning, some tightening of belts, and some minor improvements, we will make this a better machine. But it's just going to require a little love to get it there, that's all. So, All right, folks, I think I am going to call it here and now. So thank you very much for everybody on YouTube for joining me. It was a good stream. 2 hours, 15 minutes. So pretty easy setup on this one. Like that's a nice benefit of this. So have a great one. Thank you for being here. I will catch you all in the next one. All right. Bye.